Look at what's around us. Look at what's over my shoulder. I mean, the Rays are a great sense of civic pride. They're coming off a great season, a great spring training. They reloaded. You won't miss Upton and Pena. I mean, they reload. They're deep in pitching, and people love baseball. This is a baseball city. It's a major league city. So the economic impact of baseball, people can argue that all day, but opening day, it doesn't get any better.
Go Rays! Go Rays!
Great pitching matchup, two great teams. It's a fresh new season. Obviously, with the start of a new year, you have high hopes, great optimism, and looking forward to seeing the boys actually perform.
Yeah, we live very close by here, so this is very convenient for us. I would not want them to go anywhere.
Yeah, we love the downtown atmosphere. We think the Rays did a good job at the stadium. We think the businesses in the local area are stepping up to the plate, providing a lot of entertainment, a lot of cost-effective food, beverages. It's just a beautiful place to be, and downtown St. Pete is happening.
We're here at the 2013 opening day for the Tampa Bay Rays in their downtown home of St. Petersburg. And hopefully the Rays will go to the World Series this year in 2013. They have a good young team and come out and support your St. Petersburg home team. Catch the inaugural opening game. It's a big game between the Rays and Orioles, but more important, it's a great show of community strength and getting people out here to support the Rays. Even though the media said they're not supported, I feel otherwise. They're well supported.
To compare the pricing, the seats that I picked up today would have cost me 200% more in Baltimore. I understand this is more a transient area where people don't have the roots here or whatever, but you have a baseball product that's second to none. Sorry, baby. You have a product that's second to none as far as what Madden's done, cultivating pitching. You know, taking a payroll of you know, $20 to $30 million and doing what he's done. It's amazing.
I think St. Petersburg is probably the hottest place to be in springtime in all of the state of Florida, if not the whole Southeast, with the Honda Grand Prix, kicking off springtime with the world's fastest spring break party and opening day here with the Tampa Bay Rays. I don't think it gets any better than that. What a great community we all live in here, and it's great to have professional sports at the highest level, auto racing, baseball. It's great.
Well, it's my mom, my daughter, and myself. It's usually us that come to the games, and it's just good quality time, family time. We love it. We've been coming as long as we can remember.
Enjoy today, but come out game 2, game 3, game 23, game 81. The fan support this year is as important as it's ever been, probably more so. We've demonstrated we're a major league city, but we want all the fans to come to one more game. If you went to 1, come to 2. If you went to 10, go to 11. And if every fan will do that, we're going to exceed any attendance projections. And it's a great time. So, yeah, just go to one more game than you did last year, and we're going to do very well.
Go Rays!
Number of guns here, almost 80 firearms that were taken from criminals. These are not gun turn-ins. These are all guns that were seized from criminals. Short barrel shotguns, some automatic weapons here. You can see what's there. We're going to have 3 individuals speak today. Chief of Police Chuck Harmon, Mayor Bill Foster, and then from the ATF Tampa office, Special Agent in Charge Julie Torres. So with that, I'll introduce Chief Harmon to come up first. And Chief?
Thanks, Bill. A few weeks ago, we endeavored to begin a project known as a gun bounty program. And really, we had about $47,000 that we had from a grant. And based upon some things that were happening around the country, we thought it would be a good idea to pay attention to some gun violence that had been going on and some gun possession in our community. And for the latter part of January and into February, we concentrated on trying to go out into our community to make an impact on removing some guns from those who don't need to have guns. What you see before you today is a result of some of the efforts of the men and women, not only from my agency, but from the Florida State Probation and Parole, from ATF, our federal partners, and a litany of others who helped us go out and do this. There were really 3 phases of what we were trying to accomplish. The first was school safety. We went to every elementary, high school, middle school, and private school in the city of St. Pete and talked to the administrators there about safety on campus. That worked out very well. A lot of them had good school plans. We offered CEPTED, which is crime prevention through environmental design opportunities for them. Some of those took us up on some of that offer, and we feel our schools are a safer place today because of this initiative as well. Another major component was education. We wanted to go out, and our gun bounty program, which you have a flyer of over there, was something where we wanted people to turn in people who were actually out there utilizing guns in crimes, illegally possessing guns and that criminal nature. Again, this differs very much from a traditional gun buyback type program, which people would think of. Every gun here was taken from a criminal. We made 34 arrests. seized over 80 weapons and over 4,000 rounds of ammunition. And this was in the community of St. Petersburg. So it's out there. It's unfortunately too prevalent in our community. This police department and this city administration, our city council, and everybody is engaged to try to make this a safer community. But we still have individuals out there practicing things and using these guns in illegal crimes, and we need to stop that. The enforcement phase was probably our broadest approach to this. It dealt with some things that I think that we will continue into the future. There were about 10 different initiatives that we tried in the enforcement component, and really the ones that worked the best were our partnerships. With probation and parole in particular, we were able to go to a convicted felon's house, get in and talk to them. There were several arrests and seizures of guns that were made as a result of those visits, those home visits, where we couldn't have gotten in alone. They probably wouldn't have felt very comfortable going there by themselves, and yet it turned into a great partnership, and that's something I want to thank them. They're here today for continuing that partnership as we move forward. Another very good thing that came out of this was, as an agency, we really paid attention to the firearm component of this. Anytime we arrested somebody, anytime we went out and did a narcotic search warrant, we really talked and inquired about guns. Who has guns, who needs guns, who's getting the guns, how do we get our hands on those, and that turned out to be another successful effort. So there was quite a few things that we learned in the positive here. I did learn something on the other side of it, though. Many of you, like I said, talking about traditional gun buybacks, we offer an opportunity for people to come in every Saturday during the month of February and voluntarily turn in guns. We only had 14 that were turned in. So to me, obviously, that what I learned is people want some incentives to get guns out of their closets. And we didn't offer any incentives. So that's something, if we consider that in the future, that we will probably have to do. But again, I want to thank my staff, the staff from ATF, probation and parole, for doing everything they can to keep our community safe. They've really done an outstanding job. And we'll go through our speakers, then we'll take any questions that you have. I'll bring up Mayor Foster now.
Well, this is amazing, and from the perspective of a civilian, it's amazing and mortifying at the same time. To know that these were once on the streets in the possession of criminals. It's kind of an eye-opener for me as mayor of this city. But as the chief said, and he talked about a lot of the relationships, we don't act in a vacuum and we don't work alone. And parole and probation, with the arrests that were made, just being able to check on people's whereabouts and to do some searches and things like that. The ATF and really all of the agencies that we partner with, as well as the local media. And those of you who are here today, when we started this 6 weeks ago and we met on the steps of the police department across the street, and we told you what we were up to, and using all of your contacts in the media, you were able to get the word out for us. So the media and the city and the police department, we have a great partnership. We use each other to get a lot of information out there to the public, and we thank you for that. But yeah, this is incredible. It's something that I think the chief and I will look at as having continued dialogue with the agencies. We know that we've really touched the tip of the iceberg in all of this, but knowing that these are off the streets, that the arrests were made, and that bad people will go to jail. And looking at these statistics, it was amazing how many of these firearms are used to protect drugs. And I know that more than half of these were involved in the drug trade, and the Vice and Narcotics is out there working day in and day out to make sure that this garbage, this cancer that is out there on our community in the form of these illegal substances that we're getting off the streets. But people use guns to protect their own little local economy, which is the sale of illegal drugs. And so those two things go hand in hand, and we're going to continue to do everything we can as a city to combat that. But all of these agencies that are represented here today, this is just a wonderful partnership that we have, and we thank you on behalf of the citizens. We thank these great partners, and we will definitely continue these efforts. So thank you all. Thank you, Chief. Well done.
And I forgot to mention our county partner, the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, who was with us every Saturday as we staffed the gun turn-in and continue to serve this community as well as the unincorporated area. Next, I'd like to introduce Special Agent in Charge Julie Torres from the ATF. from our federal partners here to say a few words, if she would.
Thank you, Chief. I just want to say that when I look around this table, there's two events that really come to mind today. And one of them is the citizens of the great community of St. Petersburg. The success of today's initiative really is as a result of the citizens. It's those citizens that stepped forward and decided to share information with law enforcement and make a difference. And that doesn't happen every day, and I think that when you look at the short term of this operation, you can see the impact that that relationship between the citizens and law enforcement made. Secondly, I just want to thank the chief for extending an invitation to ATF specifically to focus on the guns. We went ahead and conducted a roll call training as this got started. We traced every single firearm to make sure we could find the root of where these firearms are coming from. And to the mayor for supporting the initiative. So thank you, and thank you all for being here.
You know, some of these, we don't run into these all that often on the street, so to speak, but you know, they're out there. And we will continue to focus on doing this and trying to take these type of guns off our streets. You know, it's a shame. You know, we've got, here's a, was it a 100-round shotgun magazine? 20-round shotgun magazine. I'd never seen one before. But it goes to a shotgun, you know, and who needs 20 rounds in a shotgun? And you can see we have silencers, and we have, you know, 30, 40-round clips of magazines. And I just got back from Tallahassee. It was kind of a point of discussion we had with some of our legislative delegation up there about gun control and that sort of thing. And I'm real worried about where we are headed as a state and as a country with some of this. I think there's some things like universal background checks that we can all agree on that make perfect sense for us to do. You know, intelligent people can debate about things, but I don't think anybody would say that any of these things belong in a criminal's hand. And again, that's what we're continuing to focus on.